I'm Mirror,
I'm Bells.
and this is Mirror and Bells. And what are you talking about today, Bells?
We are talking about Gachiakuta. We have 3 episodes to talk about actually, because we decided, I don't know if you cut it out or not, but we decided we were going to reconvene in 2 weeks because Mirror did not like what was going on.
I mean, they were
How do you
getting
feel about
sturdy,
right
but
now?
they were still annoying me. I mean, the fight between Rio and the
Well,
Arab,
we're not there yet. You don't get to talk about that yet.
bro, isn't that like the first thing that happened? This
No,
this like
you're you, the one we quit on are memories of the mediocrity.
yeah I remember the last thing we talked about was the conversation between Rudo and the leader of the Raiders,
Gifted and not. That
and then
was
the next
episode
one was just the
16.
Zonka backstory. It's not even worth talking about,
Whoa, whoa, my man twitching on the ground that we're talking about now?
bro. Okay, yeah,
That's
he got clapped. Next.
that that's not how you review. For a hater. For a hater, like
Okay,
I hope we don't
okay.
get a favorite character that's shaking on the ground like that because I'm going in on them.
Okay, Zonko put in the work. He looked really cool in the end. He did look really cool. I thought he was gonna win.
I did too.
They really set me up. Like there are very few times where like I'm surprised by like a character losing because it's usually very like predictable. But no,
Mhm.
I was actually surprised that Zonko like lost for real. And then like the part where he got back up after being intoxicated and like got sturdy, but in fact but that was actually just his imagination. He was just sitting there twitching on the ground. That was
That
sad.
was
It actually made
wrong.
me sad.
I
And then like
screamed.
they gave him a flashback and he didn't even get up after the flashback. Like they're breaking a lot of like anime cliche rules.
Which is good. Hold on, I got a cough. Which is good. We want them to break the rules, okay? We want them to like beat people up during transformations. We want to see things we either haven't seen before or haven't seen in a long, long time. I'm totally okay with that. Am I okay with him being twitching on the ground like that? No, but it's okay. I feel like somebody else got reparations, which we'll get to
Oh
that.
shoot.
That was a great episode.
No, this show is breaking a lot of rules. Uh,
Yeah, people are pulling out Glocks when they
guns.
lose.
Like what? This is not a gunslinger anime. You're not have guns. What are you doing?
No one said that. That's not against their rules, apparently. Which, we'll get there when we get there. So, yeah, Zonka's backstory just shows that he's always worked super, super hard. And that even though, like, people thought he wasn't going to be the guy to work hard and that everything was handed to him, he didn't want to be compared to people who don't work hard. And, like,
I hate
has always had this inferiority complex towards people who are talented because of the last woman, that natural talent from his little academy that whooped on him.
yeah.
You also see how he got his vital instrument, which was merely an accident, not even supposed to be a weapon that they were supposed to be able to pick. It was just a stick that got lost in translation when they were getting stuff in there.
He
And then
wanted to
like
be
he was
different
like
so
even
bad.
saying like the coolest weapons don't look the coolest, which his weapon does look cool. Once he's like giving to it, it's a great staff. Like I think that it's a great it like design wise, it does look great for from where it came from to what it is. Yeah, great design. But then she just picked a katana. Like, of course. Of course she picked a katana.
I'm
Like
surprised
it
she
can
didn't
kill.
slice his goofy staff.
I don't think that was part of the exercise. At least she was listening. She didn't seem too bad. But, it wasn't about her being bad. It was about the fact that she's stealing his shine that he worked so hard for. That he's trying to make his family proud because that's what it expected of him, even though his siblings that went to this academy previously also did not get to sit on the Roman throne, even though they were talented. Um, so you kind of see his why I feel like you see why he is the way he is towards Rudo for
Mm.
sure. And then you also see why he loves Engine. Engine basically recruited him and changed his life. who was already with a. I like that their fits were different back then.
Yeah, Engine got that the leader of the detective agency from Rogo Stray Dogs, he got like the him effect. I forgot his name.
He sure
Fukuichi?
does.
No, that's not Fukuichi.
Just
That's the villain. I don't remember his name.
just recruiting people.
Yeah, and changing their entire lives.
I'm not mad at it. It makes him tolerable. Okay, so moving forward, you see why he feels the way he feels about people. And again, yeah, he definitely thought he was about to have, a main cast moment, but no. Jabberwock had him tweaking off 14 perks and some NyQuil.
The funny thing is Jabberwocker didn't I mean, I was gonna say Jabberwocker barely even broke a sweat, but no, he did break one of his ribs.
Yeah, he did break one of his ribs and then proceeded to bang a staff into said
The
ribs.
broken rib.
Um, yeah, I still think that they need to fight again and he needs to get his lick back. I can't accept this. I don't care
I
that he got
mean,
shot eight
like
times.
two like Jabberwocker was like, "Oh, is this your only form? Like you got to be hiding something." But it's like, what? How much more can you enhance just swinging around a stick? Because all his like giving does is make his vital instrument a stronger stick. Like it doesn't have any powers. It looks like.
Which, moving on to the next episode that you wanted to start talking about, we see this with Rio too. Like she's actually not even using her instrument for to even make contact with I forgot what the woman's name was, but her the enemy she has electric hair because she's using her comb to like comb
Create
through and
static.
makes yeah static electricity, and that's making her hair electrical, which is a horrible matchup for somebody who is swinging around a giant pair of scissors. So like we do see even in her case there's a limitation to being a giver, but Rio, our resident redhead, nobody can ever, even if take another redhead and put her into the cleaners, that will always be our resident redhead because she said, you know what? There's only so much that I can swing around my scissors to create air so that you don't touch me. You're very right. So put them paws up. And the hand-to-hand combat was really good.
Rio was getting mollywopped though. Like she,
Oh yeah, no,
which
she was taking some hits, which I feel like at first I was like, damn, you're getting your ass beat a little bit. But then I was like, y'all statures are kind of different. This woman is actually like, if I was to put y'all in a boxing ring, she'd probably be one size class up on you.
yeah, and she's like a former warrior, so.
Yeah. Which I should have known there was something wrong with Rhea when she was like, yeah, where is this style of fighting from? Oh yeah, I've never heard of them. Why would you know types of fighters or fight styles? I should have known right there. And then again, I already knew she was strong from the first time we see her like literally throwing around a pair of giant scissors with her legs. And then also just being able to maneuver it with her hands as well. We knew she was strong from that, but like also we're seeing hand-to-hand combat. But Rio, she knows when to call it quits and take it to O Block. They're calling her Rio from O Block because she whipped out a gun and shot her twice.
I'm
Huh?
wondering, like, are guns not common down there? Because she looks surprised. Cause like Rhea was like, "Oh, would anyone hear like screams of help down here?" And she's like, "Nah." And then like she just pulls out the gun, and then like she just looks surprised, like, and like, did she? It seemed like she knew what a gun was, because she asked like, "Why do you have that?" I don't know. Like, I'm like, are guns not common on the ground or what?
I don't think it was really about being common on the ground.
I guess it's like,
I
why haven't you been pulled that out? Maybe.
No, I think she got surprised because if remember, she made the dialogue of I thought that all the cleaners were good guys, but it's clear that you got some nuts in your bread.
Oh, yes, I do remember her saying that.
In which that has me questioning Engine's character,
That
not
makes
because
sense
he
because like if you're
recruited.
only supposed to be fighting trash beasts, why do you have a gun?
Because remember, this whole time we've been like, oh yeah, why are they so unprepared to fight humans? This woman is way too prepared. She said, I'm losing a fight, so let me put my vital instrument down. Mind you, my vital instrument that I said I wouldn't get blood on anymore, down and engage in fisticuffs with you. Oh, fisticuffs not working? Hold this heat. Hold these two bullets. She was prepared. She was prepared. I can't say anything about anybody else. Rudo, he has a bunch of like things to make into vital instruments through his gloves in his back pocket, but he's not getting sturdy, so I can't really vouch for him. But Rayo, our resident redhead, she's ready. She's ready. Nobody else. She's ready.
Nobody else was ready, which is crazy because
Blanca
at this
definitely wasn't
point
ready.
they knew that the Raiders were coming after Rudo. So really, there was
Yeah,
no point for them to not be. I mean, it's not like they can train to fight humans in a short amount of time, but like have more of a plan for fighting humans.
which Engine even admits our forte is not fighting humans.
Yeah.
It's
But
fighting
when old dude
trash
was like,
people.
"Oh, you throw the first hit," he like, no, it's not my job.
Too,
It's not
too
what I get
goofy.
paid to do.
So I know
How
that
about
that means
no?
that there's a reason why they're like edging either their fight or them not fighting. Fu has to be something bad. Like again, they are confident in his abilities. It's just that somebody has to be able to punch him first. Which in a fight, if you just took me away from my people, oh yeah, no, Fu would have been probably messing me up because I'm putting the pause on you immediately. I don't know you. I don't know you.
I feel like I would have pulled the engine. I'm like, oh, he didn't go hit me first. I thought I was gonna look for my friends then, because what am I doing
I would
here?
have been left. Yeah, no, if I'm not gonna put the pause on him immediately, I would have left a long
Yeah, like
time
why was
ago.
he just standing there conversating with him?
You'd have had to follow me. You're not getting anything out of me. Talking about some hit me first. Boy, bye. So you could kick my ass? Ain't no way, because there's a reason why you're telling me I gotta hit you first. You
And
over here
then
slapping yourself trying to activate. No,
and then
you
we saw
lazy.
Deer's vital
That was
instrument.
great. That was great. Santa and Deer. Santa's was kind of weak,
Yeah,
but
his is kind of whack.
Deer's
Deer's was
was really
cool.
good. Cause like at first I was like, I'm not getting tricked by that whole he's punching it and it's like squeak, 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 squeak. Also, is Deer Santa's child?
I don't know. None of them are his actual children.
That's what I thought. I thought he was just a caretaker of him because
Yeah.
the way he talks about Deer and like cares so adamantly about the things that Deer does, even to the fact of just scowling, he doesn't want him to permanently wrinkle his face. That's like very fatherly
Yeah, I
to
do.
me.
Well, I do need to rewatch the episode, but from my memory, I don't think any of those kids were his actual kids.
I don't think they were, but again, the only reason why I was asking that because the subtitles broke it down and said, "Oh yeah, you shouldn't deter your
Your
children
child, yeah,
when they're making hard effort. Instead, you should be listening to see their progress." And as it went from squeak, squeak,
ooh,
squeak,
ooh.
boo, 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 bang. Oh, that's pretty good. So the pacifier must be giving him a boot, like, because he never took it out of his mouth.
Yeah,
But
he
we
got
know he can talk though.
what is it?
He's
What is it that
like 10.
Midoriya got? Because don't Midoriya got the same power? Or am I tripping? Don't Midoriya got a quirk where like he hits something and then it gets stronger? Is that gear shift?
Fujin, Fujin,
Fusion?
Fujin. Because like it's like storing energy.
Yeah.
And the more he stores the energy, the more powerful it gets.
Yeah, yeah,
Fujin.
yeah.
That's a good call.
See, yeah, I gotta connect my anime. That's how I remember them. I don't know. I'm starting to forget stuff from Naruto. I'm starting to forget characters' names. It's starting to leave me.
I remember what I need to remember from Naruto.
Yeah, I remember the big part of it, but I think I used to remember like basically every character's name. But I think because I
That
have
is
so
true.
many Naruto character names in my head, I can't remember characters of the shows I'm watching now.
I've just always been bad with names, so like I have to be able to remember everything else about you.
Like I don't remember any of the names from Kaiju number 8. The only thing I know is Kaiju number 8, Kaiju number 9, and Kaiju number 2.
I know the
I don't even know the main
kaijus.
character name.
I I paused not because that's messed up, but because I tried to think of it myself and couldn't give you an answer.
Tell you, I remember I can probably name like 50 Naruto characters. Don't even ask me to name a main character name from an anime I'm actively watching.
Who is the main character of Kaiju number 8? And that's the thing. If you ask me what, like, give you a scenario, like a hard synopsis, or like even like a summary of both seasons, I can do that for you. I could give you detail by detail, almost episode by episode. Don't ask me who anybody's names are. I don't even know my favorite character's name.
Maybe the reason why I remember Naruto names is because like I watched it over like 20 years.
That's a good point. It did run that long. No, but what I do have to say, I think that Santa's
Vital
I don't
instrument?
know, his vital instrument is kind of whack right
Yeah, it's
now.
kind of whack. It's kind
He's definitely support.
of support
That's probably why they pulled up together.
support is
Cause
diabolical.
Deer is really what's going on.
Yeah. But I like the fight between Rio and the blonde freaking Cinderella Rapunzel. I
I
like
like
their
when she
fight.
shot her.
I like how she shot her. Yeah, that was funny.
Because the moment I saw that scene, I definitely thought about you saying that they're not prepared. I said, really? I said, Mirror's not going to be able to argue that she's not prepared. She just whipped out a gun when she started losing.
You
If
know
that's
what's
not
funny?
prepared, I don't know what is.
You know what's funny is at the beginning of their fight, I was getting annoyed because I was like, why are all of the cleaners so weak? Like freaking Rudo is just standing off talking to the main character or to the leader of the Raiders, and it seems like he doesn't want to go with him or he doesn't want to help him in his endeavor to defeat the sphere. So either get to bumping or get to escaping. Like why are you letting him talk no jutsu you?
I have that question too because the moment that a man tells me, "Oh yeah, I did a failed experiment and it created a like fox trash beast," I'm gonna start macking on you immediately. What? I didn't hear anything else. You're a bad guy. We'll never align. First of all, you're just gonna recruit me so you can snatch my gloves off of my deformed hands and use them? That's what you just told me. No.
I mean, well, I'm
Couldn't be
confused
me.
why he thought because he didn't even use Rudo's vital instrument. He just used the boots, and now the freaking trash beast is apparently flying. What was the point of all this? They didn't even
But
offer up
remember
any of the cleaners.
what he again, they're trying to get, he doesn't, I don't think he thinks that they're actually going to make it to the border and the spear. I think he thinks that it's going to break down. So like when it impacts with the ground, it'll kill some of his people and some of the cleaners, and they're going to see who survives. And
Hmm.
then once he sees who survives, he's going to take their vital instruments so that he could feed it back to the monster and do this all over again. I think that's what he was getting at. Also, he said that he was too curious about the person who created the Watchmen series because at one point they put everything on. Now, great question that Rudo asked, which is probably the best question he's ever asked so far with his team, tween ween tweeny bopper self. Why did my dad have the Watchmen series when we had no information or no knowledge of vital instruments while up in the spear?
Yeah, because how could anything get from the ground to the sphere?
The same way that the guy who murdered him got there. Which now leads me to believe that he knows who that person is. That his dad knew his own murderer.
Hmm.
Because again, I'm not taking a strip to the nasty ground all the way to this impoverished hellhole to kill a nobody. Also, he had a book with the Watchmen series on it. I'm not gonna go so far to say, oh yeah, he created the Watchmen series. But I'm looking at you. It looks like you knew who did, because either that was a book with the Watchmen series on, or that was a box with the Watchmen gloves on, and those used to be yours. And you gave him to Rudo, and now he's a giver because you're a giver. Because
Yeah,
remember, we learned
because we
from
know they can
Amo.
be passed down. Yeah.
hmm that once I we learned from the dude who used to cast their spells and then went outside without a mask on and died. He already picked somebody to take his vital instrument, and the moment she got it, went outside and then started working. Instantly a giver. Amo got the boots essentially from the angel from her own abuser, who I don't know where he got them from, but again, he must have gotten them from somebody else because I just don't believe that NPC little man with little man syndrome became a giver naturally. So he got it from somebody else who was a giver. That made him a giver, and she brought out his full potential, making her a giver. So it is not hard for me to believe that it was the dad's gloves that he put away. He probably came to the spear somehow with his buddies, the other two guys, and then went ahead and was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna live up here. I'm gonna live up here. I'm gonna put my Watchmen series up in a box because I don't need them anymore. There's no trash beasts or any of that other stuff here. So because another thing, because like we can entertain the fact that we don't know how long the ground has existed or how long trash beasts have existed. Yes, we do. There's people who are older than his dad down there. So that would mean that these conditions have been there for at least 100 years. Maybe even more, because in 100 years, you'd still have stories of
Yeah,
why
it's
the
definitely more. It's
ground
probably
is
going on for
there.
like generations upon generations upon generations. Because I feel like if it was only like a generation ago, they'd probably know how. Like they're like, because like Rudo didn't even know there was like civilization down there.
Yeah, but
So
again, the people that he lived with thought you did crimes and they threw you down there to your death.
yeah,
Which, granted, very few, they said they've never seen a Spearite survive. So that was not something that was like untrue per se, but it wasn't true in this case. Again, people are going back and forth somehow.
I wonder if they're gonna tell us how Rudo survived. Like there definitely had to be some third party. There's just no way.
Yeah, them two clowns that keep going back and forth, there's a high possibility that they caught him, or there's more than two people who are going back and forth.
Or what if the angel wasn't the one that killed Rekko?
You think that somebody could be wearing the same mask, like a frame situation?
I don't know because yeah, because like the angel gave Amo the Watchman series boots, and then Rekko had the Watchman series gloves, and then the angel who has gone in between the sphere and the ground multiple times just decided to kill Rekko out of nowhere. But then it's like, why hasn't he like helped Rudo since he was accused of Rekko's death? I don't know. There's a lot of
Who's
mystery.
Rudo's dad?
Rekko is like his caretaker, but he has like a real dad who's the murderer.
Yeah, no, yeah, who's his dad? Like, because this is the thing. I said this like a couple weeks ago, and I still stand on this. We have stuff in our face that like I'm not saying I don't care about. I do care about what's going on in our face, but it gets harder because I'm trying not to lose the plot. I don't want to, you know how people throw a diversion?
Hmm.
This is just a diversion. We still need to know how people are getting to the sphere. Because it's not the way that they're trying to get to the sphere. This man don't even believe this shit going for real. He's trying to clap at least half of the people on here. Um, so knowing what we know, there are things that are of concern. This man has trying to be making his own entries in the Watchmen series. There was a man who created all of these things and wore them. Also, what we're not talking about, he said that Rudo wore his, like, put his gloves on and has had them for a long time and retained his sanity.
I mean, can we be sure about that? He's kind of crazy. But I guess
Mm-mm.
he's not crazy like the Amo dude, like Amo's dude was.
That's a great example, but even think about Amo, how unstable she was.
Well, I always attributed that because of what she was going through, but that I don't know. But it could be because of the
I
boots.
believe she was underdeveloped, but even
'Cause
then,
she already was
remember,
was talking about herself in third person.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I think that's a lack of education thing, lack of parenting. Um, but another thing is, yeah, we can say that Amo was underdeveloped before she got the boots. But she said when she got the boots that the boots showed her things and taught her things that she would never know, and that what was happening to Amo wasn't real love. And then
Yeah.
compared herself to Rudo in the case of the empty void,
Hmm.
which I think they're experiencing in two different ways. Again, he's like crashing out and getting like really upset. Like he's feeling rage. But I think that she is feeling like the empty hole of like the lack of affection. Oh yeah, Alma probably wherever she's at, she's probably going through without the boots.
Look, every time they reveal something, I have more questions.
That's good.
This show is a thriller mystery.
That's good. You know, I don't disagree with you not liking that they were unprepared and stuff like that, but you
I guess
know,
it is what it is. They're not supposed to be fighting humans, but it was just getting kind of annoying.
I feel like they're making up for it slowly but surely.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like same with like JJK. Like they were kind of getting like mollywopped in Shibuya.
They put Gojo in a box.
Yeah, even Gojo got.
This is the thing.
Nobara got half her face blown off.
We kind of got to be
Maki
fair.
is burnt to a crisp.
My question is,
Itadori
why
got a
did he
hole in
get
his
up from
face.
that?
What?
I'm not. I said, why? Well, I don't know. You haven't watched the trailer. That shit is barely a trailer.
I don't. Maki survived. She's not dead.
Yeah. No, I was asking her, like, I was asking to her, why did you get up? If I get burned to a crisp, fuck it, leave me right there. Fuck it, leave me right there. I don't want to
I
get
guess
up.
Megumi is fine. Hopefully he doesn't have like a brain contusion. I don't know. But anyways, any more thoughts about the Watchmen series or anything else about Gachiakuta?
Hmm. I'm ready for next week because what's her name said kaiju battle time. What do you mean by that?
I mean, it looks like it like because like when they all found out that that finally they're not fighting people, they're gonna fight a trash beast, which is what they're in, they all started getting excited. So maybe they're gonna defeat the trash beast that they're inside of.
Yeah, it's too early to go to the spear, so I agree. That they're gonna get this thing before it even gets anywhere close to its destination. But also, I'm glad that we got to see more people's powers. Engine is yet to fight. Also, what I was trying to say earlier, but then I got like sidetracked. I don't trust Engine. I mean, I didn't trust him about that woman stuff, but now I definitely don't trust him because who are you? Again, we have a list, like we have a very mysterious leader. He doesn't want to tell us about himself. We learned that from them, that he hides stuff even from them. He, as you said the last time we talked, or what was it you? It might have been you or the editor. He doesn't wear the communication device.
Engine?
No, the leader,
The
the
leader.
leader of
Oh,
the
that was
cleaners
the editor
doesn't
because
wear
I
a
didn't even notice that.
Oh, well, the editor, he mentioned when we were talking about the leader and like people I don't trust. Because last week I said I don't trust Rayo because now she thinks she's from O Block. Um, she thinks she's a gangbanger. Um, I don't trust her. I don't trust Asian because the comment she made about, oh, you're lucky. Basically, you're lucky that Asian has me on a leash, or I would have caught a body today.
Yeah, she
What?
probably would have shot her like on sight. Because for what reason?
Probably, I think not on site, but I think that she would have like um the moment that she started charging her hair up, she would have been like Because that's when she should have. Which also, she is very sadistic. She's very, very sadistic. Um, Jabber would have been a great fight for her to be in.
She said,
Great,
nope,
great
just
fight.
just blicked them. She didn't even
Yeah.
try.
No, she just came, found him. She braided her hair on both sides, went to go find Jabber. Oh, oh, that's where Zonka is? Wow. What? Honestly, like Jabber a strong man when he gets
Yeah,
up
I
in
know
there because we
Jabber's
know
mad
for
because he be in it for the fight and then he just got blicked. Like
yeah, no, because I think if he got hurt for the fight or by Zonka, he would be like, yeah, this was for the love of the game. But like, no, there was no fight. She came over here and she literally filled you with holes. Which, again, just because some people know what guns are, we've never seen anybody else use a gun on the ground. He may not even know what that is. He might just be like, oh my gosh, this woman just filled me with projectiles. Um, yeah, so I don't trust her. I don't trust Ancient because somehow he has her on a leash and has her promising that she'll never get her vital instrument dirty with blood again and wouldn't kill. Which you almost killed Jabber. You were one bullet away from killing
he
Jabber,
shot him in
probably.
his like abdomen. Like I don't know how she didn't kill him.
She shot him in his abdomen, his knees, his arms, like,
Well, like his knees
and
and his arms will be fine. It's that abdomen shot that I'm worried about.
I'm not worried about it. If he die on that ground, he die on that ground. He has Lanka tweaking off 14 perks and NyQuil. He deserves all of that. Matter of fact, he said his rib was broken so badly that it hurts to laugh. Then sat down, laid down next to Zonka, and then continued to laugh with him like he didn't know he was tripping balls.
Maniacally so.
Get away from me, you freakazoid! Ugh. Yeah, no. I don't trust the leader because remember, all these people gotta get screened before becoming a cleaner. There's no way Rio passed screening. Oh,
You're
that's
not even there half the time.
ridiculous.
He's a big mystery. Yeah, there's a lot of mysteries in the show.
I'm glad
I'm
about the
not dropping the
mysteries.
show. I'm gonna still watch it. Do I want to talk about it every week? No.
You don't have a choice. You literally don't have a choice until January. And it'll be probably seasoned by yeah, it'll be seasoned by
Oh,
January. Yeah.
next summer we're gonna be able to record in person together.
Yeah, I thought about that today while I was on my way back home. You should see her face. Oh, yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited to be in the same place. I want to hold hands as your favorite character is starting to die.
On that note, let's wrap this one up.
You don't have nothing to say to that?
Goodbye.
Bye.